Hello, everyone. Welcome back to second half of Devtoberfest 2024. I hope you enjoyed various sessions in SAP TechEd Virtual and now super excited to compete in Devtoberfest. We are starting with ABAP and CAP sessions on Mondays, and today's session is Boost Your Coding Efficiency. Explore Joule's ABAP developer capabilities, and our guest speakers are Yasmin and Sebastian. Welcome, Yasmin and Sebastian, and over to you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for the introduction.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you, Shilpa, for the introduction too as well.
A warm welcome from our side. We are standing live from Roth near Waldorf in south of Germany. It's still in the morning for us. I think for some of you, it's still the afternoon, maybe in the middle of the night for those watching us from the United States. She said it already. We're going to talk about boost your coding efficiency using Joule's ABAP developer capabilities. And we're super exciting and taking you on the journey with you today. My name is Yasmin, and I'm together with Sebastian.
Yeah, thank you, Yasmin. I'm Sebastian. I'm part of the ABAP product management team. So feel free to send your question in the chat. So we have Carl, just with the fingers there, trying to reply all the questions. So yeah, and I think we are ready to start, right?
We are.
Yeah.
So please buckle up, get your seats in an upright position, and enjoy the flight. Well, together we are going to talk about developer capabilities, and before we, on boosting your coding efficiency or boosting your development efficiency. And before we start diving deeper into the ABAP and into the AI, we would like to take you on a quick journey. So we would like to zoom out first. And when I prepare for a session, I typically ask myself, what does that mean in private life? So picking up the audience from where they are or where they can get in touch with us. So I was asking myself during TechEd last week, we talked about whipped cream, where they thought, okay, we need to come up with something different now. So have you ever tried to hang up a picture on the wall? And I'm not talking about the nice little pictures my kids are giving me that I can put with a magnet on the fridge. I'm talking about things like the Mona Lisa. Well, maybe when you have the Mona Lisa, you're not getting in that trouble. But have you ever tried to get a picture hanging on the wall? Well, you can use a tool, maybe, for example,
like a screwdriver.
Like a screwdriver.
It's going to take a while.
It's going to take a while. You can even try it with a spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that can get messy, right?
Really messy.
So how relieving would it feel if you could boost your efficiency in something like, for example, a power drill?
I love that one.
I love the one. I borrowed it from my son. I would use a real one, but I think he
I
get
got
the
a classic
point.
too as well.
Yeah, so that can really boost your efficiency, and that's because you're not in the process of getting the wall pieced, right? At the end, you're interested in having that picture hanging on the wall. So whatever helps you, I think you're relieved in having something that can help you doing the job. Of course, we are not want to bore you with power drills. Now, for the next hour, we would like, of course, talk about Joule's ABAP developer capabilities and ABAP and AI in general. And before we dive deep into these new techniques, let's start with what is ABAP and AI and where is ABAP today?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's see what is ABAP today. Here we brought a few numbers, right? It's just like that you can imagine the impact that ABAP has. So there is more than 100,000 productive SAP ERP systems based on ABAP. That's a lot. So we have more than 250 million of ABAP lines of code in SAP S/4HANA. On those lines of code are being used to train our ABAP LLM model, for example. No yet. But just, like you keep in mind. So more or less, there are 20,000 custom ABAP OPS per average in ERP systems. And we say that there are at least 2 million active ABAP developers worldwide. So quite some numbers, right?
That is huge.
It's huge. So,
and those are only the productive systems,
exactly.
right? I mean, that does not include test system, validation system.
Development systems.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, what is the market saying right now? That a programming language without AI support in 2025 won't be competitive anymore. But I don't like so much these friends about what the market or the different analysts say. But I would like to rephrase it in a different way, that ABAP developers deserve the same AI support like the one existing for other programming languages. And that's what we are working with and what we want to show you today. So, but before we go into that, we have three main pillars in ABAP. One is empower. We want to empower you to infuse AI capabilities in your custom ABAP applications and services. Accelerate, that our goal is to accelerate your development process by supporting you in your everyday tasks. And transform, that we want to guide you in your journey to transform from classic ABAP to ABAP Cloud. But today, our focus is about accelerate, right? So it's not about this screwdriver, but it's about this power drill. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I take it from here. You might now say, okay, accelerate. There are tools already out there. Why don't you just use existing ones? Like, for example, there's Copilot out there that already helps you accelerate your development when you do, for example, JavaScript or Python or alike. I will give you two examples, or I will give you two reasons why we still need to do it, or why that is the challenge for us that we accept it. The first one is rather technical. So me as an ABAP developer, I'm in my development environment and I'm doing state-of-the-art ABAP development. So I'm in the ABAP development tools in Eclipse. I don't want to have a tool break going to a playground or going to another tool asking for AI assistant. So I would like to have it where I am. I would like to have it in the ABAP development tools, right where I am doing my things. The second thing is, and that is the more critical part, I would say, or the more challenging part is, when you talk about generative AI, you're typically talking about large language models. And those large language models out there, they cannot support you with state-of-the-art ABAP development. Why? This is because they are not trained on the job. They had their training. And while they were trained, the huge large language models out there, while they were trained, they had no access to the high quality data that we need, or that they need to learn in order to have profound answers for you as a developer. But Sebastian said it already. We're sitting on that mountain of data, 250 million lines of ABAP code. And yeah, you might say this is out there, right, in the productive system. But when we're talking about a productive system, this is, of course, IP protected at customer side or at partner side. So the large language models were not trained with that. But we have the possibility to do so. So we took the challenge. We said challenge accepted. We took the huge amount of data we have, and we fine-tune our models. We do proper prompting, prompt engineering, and so on and so forth, in order to really get the profound answers for you as ABAP developers. And so with the tools we will show you today, we aspire to improve the developer efficiency and also the developer satisfaction of the 2 million active, and sometimes I say 5 million in total, ABAP developer all around the globe by means of generative AI. Okay, I could now give you a bullet point list.
Okay.
What Joule's ABAP developer capabilities is about and what's in there. I don't want to do that.
No, me neither.
No, I would like to take you on a journey with us. So please imagine the following situation. You are an ABAP developer. And I don't know whether all of you are ABAP developers. You might be managers of ABAP developers, salesperson. You might be a developer only there for support, doing mainly support whatsoever. But I think we can go to that situation where you imagine yourself being a developer, or at least a developer at heart. It is in the middle of the night. You know, those sweet spot hours, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody is distracting you with phone calls, with meetings, with Teams chat.
Coffee.
No, I'm not distracted with coffee. I still have my coffee in there.
Yeah.
But you're not distracted. There's sweet spot hour in the middle of the night, and you're finalizing your POC, or you're getting your implementation done. And you're hacking the stuff in there. You're highly productive and you're doing a great job until you're stopped. And you're stopped because you're lacking knowledge. Well, that happens.
Yeah.
Typically, I would go out, Google something that didn't help me. And now I'm trying to search somebody else on Teams that I can distract now or call. But as I said, it's in the middle of the night. So what to do?
Yeah, exactly.
How relieving would it feel now if I can get a profound answer by a colleague like you sitting next to me, who knows about all domains, who knows a lot of things. Well, actually, those it has learned. And that's where Joule's ABAP developer capabilities step in. So please, Sebastian, step
thank
into
you.
the
Yeah,
shoes.
I think everyone was waiting for this part now. So now I think we can go to the demo part. So we are that developer right now. So I'm gonna open Eclipse. So at first, this is a live demo. So maybe a disclaimer.
Yes.
So let's see. Let's use this
what
PowerPoint
happens.
really.
Yes.
Let's see what happened. I cannot hear anything with that, but
Let's switch it off.
let's switch it off because
the demo.
before the demo. So here, what we are working with. So we have ABAP class that is supposed to validate an email address. A colleague has already put in some work here. And as you can see, there are a few methods, right, that he or she already wrote. And, you know, I'm seeing here a regular expression. And, you know, I don't like so much regular expression, in my personal opinion, but they can either solve your problems or create new ones. So, yeah, I'm kind of tired. And, I want to understand what's going on under the hood, right? So, but for that, we have Joule, so we can bring another pair of eyes here and ask Joule to break this down for us, right? So I'm gonna open Joule, and then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna select the method I want that he explained me. I'm gonna select the agent and then press enter.
And wow.
Wow, that was really fast, I would say.
Yeah,
So,
middle of the night. Nobody's with you in the system.
exactly. No one is working the system, so we have all the performance for us right now, right? And yeah, you can see here, Joule gave us like a technical explanation what the function does, and broke that down for us. So here we had a regular expression, PSRE pattern is defined to match the general syntax of an email address. I never used this command before, so oh wow, that's good to learn, right? And okay, I think I'm happy with that, right? With this explanation. So I'm gonna close Joule for a moment. And now what is our goal? Our goal is to implement a final function that combines these two existing ones, right? So
you're searching for an email format in general, and the other thing
and
is?
the other thing is the validate email domain, right? So here I can read here, but I can understand what this function does.
Yes.
So I think it's not. We don't need tooling for in that case. So, but yeah, that's our goal right now, to write this final function. So, and I think we can start putting some hands-on here. So I'm gonna here press enter. Oh wow, that was quite fast too. So you can see here.
That's you been typing?
No, I'm not typing. It's without hands here. So without hands. So Joule is already suggesting us the next lines of code. So and me or us as a developers, okay, we need to really check that, right? And I think looks good for me. I'm happy with that suggestion. So I'm gonna press tab. All right, so now we have the definition, right? So now let's implement the method. So we are gonna use the helper, of course.
This was not AI doing things.
That was not AI, but this is AI now.
Yes. So
The-
it goes text as
with-
you again.
Yes. And you can see here should take into consideration the context of this ABAP class, because as you can see, the two methods, validate email form and validate email domain, are being called. So, and I can see here, yeah, valid ABAP false if, okay, valid, okay, I'm happy with that. So that's it, I would say. So I'm gonna go and activate the class. But there is something that we are missing, that we don't have to miss that, and it's test classes.
Okay.
So yeah, we need to really test our code, right? So, but likely we have Joule here. So we are gonna ask Joule to generate unit tests for us. So I'm gonna right click in the class, go to Joule, and let's start the ABAP unit. And here I should say, oh, here the class does not contain any unit tests. What do you want to do? Let's add test. Run test and show coverage. Of course, we don't have coverage here.
You have, but zero.
But we have but zero, right? Here in the value, we have this valid method. We want to test this valid method to test the private ones as well. So we are going to ask Joule to generate unit tests for us for this validate email, the function.
Wow, that was again fast.
That was quite fast, but I'm seeing an error here.
Yeah, why don't you just take it over? Just without looking at it.
Yeah, that will fail.
Okay.
That will fail. But we can ask Joule to check that and correct that for us. Because what's the error? You might ask yourself. Here you can see in the class we have the fixed local domain with ABC company, but here Joule is using at example.com for validate an email that is valid. But I'm gonna tell Joule, okay, please fix that. So please use the ABC comp any for the email domain. So now we can chat with Joule, of course, and you see, Joule has already changed that for us. If you can see the first test here, we see that this email is valid because it's using the constant defined in the class.
Yeah, but you were not texting it correctly. So you mislead Joule, right? Because you said to use abc.company-company.any, and it was also using it for the invalid email address. So you give it the wrong direction. But you can see here, that is life. I mean, Joule is doing what you tell Joule to do. I mean, that artificial intelligence is helping you, right? But if you're misleading, I mean,
Exactly.
you are in the driver's seat.
I am in the driver's seat still, but I think this one is invalid because of the special character.
Yeah, but still it is.
Yeah, it still
Yes.
it took the domain that, but I can say should please add, oh sorry, please add a new test for an empty email, for example.
Cool.
That's really cool. And you can see here, Joule added a new unit test to validate when the email is empty.
Will we see that running?
We can see it running if you
Okay.
want. So let's copy this code and let's go to the test classes, of course. Let's paste it. And here we have the whole unit test. And let's activate. And with that, so let's run the unit test, right? So let's go to unit test with, and of course with coverage, execute. You were right.
Yes.
The second text fail, but the other two are green. And now we can see that our coverage is in 100%.
That is really exciting. I mean, you were just giving it a couple of hints, and it produces, or it generated for you the coding for unit test.
Exactly. That is, yeah. And
I mean, you can fix it, right? I mean, you have the invalid, so you can
we
put in something like that. And
exactly, we can really fix it as a developers here, because maybe we can say here, right?
yes,
And then activate it, and then we can, oh, sorry.
just run it again.
Let me just run it again. Run as with, no, sorry. Unit test with, cooperate, execute. And now, and here we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So what you saw here? You saw code explanation, you saw code prediction, and the last feature was a generation of unit tests. But maybe you can say, Sebastian, that was a very simple example, right? But we have another one.
yeah, and now let me step into the shoes of the developer. So that was a very simple example, I would say. It had kind of business context in there. But I mentioned it already, we would like to have an assistant that knows the state of the art ABAP development. And when I talk about state of the art ABAP development, I'm typically talking about ABAP Cloud development model, or the programming, you would typically state the programming model is then the ABAP RESTful application programming, abbreviated by RAP. So when you're in RAP, you typically see core data services. You're not directly using database tables as interfaces anymore, but the interfaces you're programming against, your APIs, are interface views. And we have here such an interface view. That interface view is called I_business partner transactional processing or transactional programming _3, TP_3. So I could scroll down that view, and that's a pretty long view because it has a lot of content in there. So I would reuse your trick, Sebastian. I will just query Joule. Hey, Joule, please explain that core data service to me. Again, Joule is thinking about my question. It has as a context, of course, this view, and it will answer to me that the core data service entity, iBusiness Partner, is designed to provide a comprehensive view of business partner data, and includes key information and so on and so forth. And it also states that this CDS view provides the data to answer questions like full name, for example, for a specific business partner, who created the business partner, and so on. So I'm pretty sure for my development task at hand, getting information about a certain business partner, this is exactly the ZDS view to go. I prepared again a tiny little class, and this time, so same structure, we have the possibility to output later on what we retrieve, but this time I would like to read business partner information. And in order to help Joule for getting help back, I put in here a comment. So I would like to have an ABAP Cloud, EML, standing for Entity Manipulation Language, to read business partner's full name from a ZDS view, the ZDS view I just showed, for a certain ID. So let's do the magic again, Joule. Unfortunately, or well, yes, it gives me a select signal. And you must say, hey, that's not that bad. Well, if you're in ABAP RESTful application programming, you certainly would do something different. I mean, that is not an EML statement, but an OpenSQL statement. Yeah. So what I would like to have is, and you see that goes away, right? That ghost talks already vanishes. I would like to have read entities. And now, yeah, you see Joule gets the point where I'm heading to. So it gives me, again, a ghost text. It assumes, but it's not reading my mind, right? So it knows the context I am in. So it suggested that this would be the coding. I will accept that. And you can see here, I was using read entities. It knows that I'm interested in the business partner, and it also puts in here the string literal for business partner. So let me activate the class again and run it. And you don't see that here, but when I query the database, I would then go for, can you execute that?
Yes, it's
Yes, another keyboard, not
F.
mine. Exactly. So we will run the console application, and you can see I retrieved from the database Jane Miller. It is nothing new. I mean, I repeated again. I said I can have Joule explaining me things, and I have the code prediction again up and running. So maybe have a slight sneak peek under the hood. What happens? I'm doing something. Joule uses the ABAP AI SDK powered by ISLM, giving that query to sub Gen AI Hub running on SAP AI Core, where the models are, they're answering, and we are post-processing them in order to have the answers here in the ADT. I could now proceed also with unit test. However, I would like to put some emphasis on another thing when it comes again to ABAP unit testing. For that, I prepared a third class, and this time I'm not using the interface view, but I'm falling back to what most of you might be used to. So I'm using the business partner table BUT000. So this time I would like to have a select statement for the business partner, and I'm doing it again just because I like it that much when Joule is throwing ghost text on me. This time I'm pretty happy with the select single. I'm not into EML statements. So I'll accept that. I could run it again, activate it, and run it again. So this time I do not retrieve the full name, but I was simply querying for the last name. So you see it's the same business partner. So not Jane Miller this time, but Miller this time. So what I would like to do right now, I would like to show you what ABAP Unit can do even more for me, or well, AI assistant in ABAP Unit Test. So again, sneak peeking into the test class, there are no tests in there yet. Of course, I can redo the same thing as Sebastian showed you. I'm asking Joule, please start the ABAP unit test agent. Instead of that, I see some other capabilities. Analyze test class dependencies.
Oh, that sounds good.
And that sounds good, right? That was way too fast to follow. So it analyzed already that this class has two dependencies. One is the interface. Well, we're not too much into that. That's just for outputting on the console. I think we get that. But the interesting thing here is that we have a database table. And those of you doing unit tests know, well, that is kind of problematic because unit tests on a database table, relying on a database table content, yeah, that's not cool, right?
It's not cool, yeah.
So, where are you? So you can see it tells me where exactly I am. And this time I would like to have a quick fix. Hope I get it correctly here on your keyboard. So it can even help me isolate the database table here. So those of you familiar with ABAP unit test know it's not that simple, just doing plain ABAP unit test, but we would like to have something in the realm of the testable framework. So again, I'm asking Joule to generate the unit tests. And it will just create me two methods. And while Joule is thinking, again, sending it to an LLM, retrieving the answer back and post-processing it, you can see here that it already creates some setup and tee down method. I would go through it. I don't think that we already have test double framework in there because typically when I tested this, it was not doing that. But again, I can chat with Joule, right?
Exactly.
So I say, please refactor using test doubles for boot 00. explain to me how. And this time Joule will really tell me how to
Wow.
do. Yeah, waiting for it.
Yeah. Crossing fingers.
Crossing fingers.
Oh.
Yeah, so it will tell me that I need to refactor a little bit the coding. It told me yesterday I did not do that. It was late in the night. And it tells me how to inject test doubles and how to write unit test, including test double framework. So you see, I learn a lot in using Joule's ABAP developer capabilities. So, but that's not yet it.
Yeah, it's not the end, as Yasmin mentioned about the testable framework. So yeah, we can use Joule to generate unit tests using the testable framework as well for the CDS views. So here, as you can see in the screen, we have CDS views, right? A simple one, I will say.
Yes.
And we can, sorry, I'm gonna close this. So we have. So yeah, now we can generate unit tests for these CDS views using Joule as well. So as well, we right-click in the CDS view, and then we go to the new ABAP test class. So we will provide a name, CDS test gen. Oops. Una description, simple test. And next. So here we see that we had you can see the dependency for the double creation, that is fly and carriers. We click on next, and then Joule is fetching test cases suggestion, and you see here we have a list of what we can test. Right?
Wow, comprehensive list.
It's a comprehensive list, right? Like calculation, case, the join, where. But for the sake of the demo, let's only take the case part, you know. So where the carrier's kernel is equal to Lufthansa, or yeah, kernel is not equal to Lufthansa. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's test these two use cases. So I'm gonna click on next. And now
it is generating
the test data for the test cases. That is really cool. And you can see here we have the dependency list, and with the data here, right? The test data for the fly and the carriers, and the expected output as well. So that is pretty cool. And then for the other test case as well, right? For the carriers. So yeah, so on with that, we can click on next, finish. And here you can see that the ABAP class was created or generated.
Yeah.
With the test cases, right?
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, we can press on activate right now and just run the unit test, right?
Play with fire.
Well, yeah, let's play with fire. So we unit test with coverage to execute.
I really have to say it feels like a pre-recorded demo. It runs so smoothly today.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not a pre-recorded. We are live here because we really like to play with fire. So and here we go. So we saw that the two test cases were executed and are passing, right? So yeah,
cool.
Not so bad, right?
That's really cool. One last thing that I am missing, actually, because typically I'm used to chat with an LLM. I mean,
yes.
I saw already I can chat with ABAP Unit. Yeah, but I think that is something the audience will also miss.
Yeah.
So what can we ask Joule? Can we ask Joule?
Maybe we can ask
completely different. So for example, we talked about EML statements.
Yeah, exactly. We can ask, what is an EML statement?
Yeah, we have that, right?
Yeah, give me list of, sorry.
Oh, you're so polite.
Some example, yes. So yeah, here we are basically just chatting with Joule. And here we go, Joule provide us an example with code snippet of how EML statement works.
And now you see it, I mentioned it, right? So it is
Yeah.
the entity manipulation language. You might ask, is that always true? And I would say no. Sometimes there are still hallucinations.
Exactly.
So it is in the middle of the night. If it was taking away my job, if it was doing all my job, it could lay down and rest asleep. That is not the case. We are in the driver's seat. Well, actually,
Exactly.
we're now the two of us. The idea would be that you can also be, of course, there on your own, just chatting with, this very nice and very profound knowing colleague sitting next to me. But like a colleague, it might have hallucinations. It might tell you something, and you might need to query back what exactly if it's true, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Because at the end, you are doing productive development of business applications and business services, and it's your quality you're giving out, right? It is an assistant, but it's just an assistant.
Exactly.
You are in the driver's seat.
Yeah. And with that, I think we are ready with the demo, right? But
so maybe sum it up.
Yeah, we can sum it up for you. So what we saw here, we saw unit test generation not only for CDS views but for ABAP classes, code prediction, code explanation,
and chat.
It's a pretty nice bundle, I will say.
Yeah. So the question that might now be in your head, as this was a lab preview, repeated a lab preview.
Yeah, exactly.
When will it be there?
This is the big question that's always come in the chat. So let's switch it to the slides again. And here we go. So yeah, that's the big question, the roadmap. When will this feature be available? And the answer is by Q1 2025. So all these features will be available for by the end of Q1 2025, including the ABAP AI SDK powered by ISLM. That, for the sake of the demo today, we couldn't demonstrate it, but I'm really looking forward to.
No, but we did demonstrate it.
We did demonstrate it in an indirect way.
Yeah, because it was running under the hood.
You are right.
Below our Joule ABAP developer capabilities, we are using the AI SDK powered by ISLM.
Exactly. This is a good
So you can use it on your own to infuse. So that is the Empower pillar. You can use it to infuse AI in your business applications. And we did the same. We're using it for Joule ABAP developer capabilities under the hood.
Exactly. And with that, we are open to Q&A, right?
Yes.
So, and thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, so you've seen how we aspire to improve the lives of the 2 million active ABAP developers out there by means of generative AI using the Joule ABAP developer capabilities. And now, please give us your questions.
Exactly.
Thank you, Sebastian and Yasmin, for a very cool demo. I really enjoyed it. And this is one of the most talked topic, even in the virtual tech fair. We had many questions. There were some interesting questions in the chat as well. And Carl Kessler has answered most of it. I don't see any new questions in the chat. I'm just checking. Yes, the last question also has been answered by Carl.
Yeah, he is so productive. Maybe he has AI help with him.
Maybe he can open Joule to,
Yeah, well, if there are any more questions, then maybe it can also be addressed in the comments and either maybe in the community event as well. And then maybe I will reach out to you if there are any further comments on it. Maybe with that, we can close today's call. And thank you everyone for watching. If you have more questions, please drop it in the comments in the community event page. And to know that you have actually watched this session, which you would have done, there will be a validation question which will be asked, and the validation tutorial will be available by the end of the day. And that will be also posted in the description, in the YouTube link, as well as in the community page event link. So with that, thank you again, Yasmin and Sebastian. Thank you, Carl, for taking care of the chat very productively.
And enjoy Devtoberfest.
Yeah, enjoy the
Enjoy the
Oktoberfest
other
together.
sessions.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank
See you,
you.
everyone. Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.